Welcome to ATM 101 Weather and Climate of Alaska, Unit 10, Second Week Observations. I am Jeannie at the Downstown Fairbanks Observation Station. These observations were taken from March 22nd through the 26th at approximately 9 p.m. and will be compared to the National Weather Service's readings at Fairbanks International Airport. Here is a quick summary of my readings for the week. In the next few slides, we'll look at each individual day and compare the data to that of the National Weather Service at the Fairbanks International Airport. My first reading was taken on Tuesday. The current temperature was 31.7 degrees Fahrenheit. There were clear skies, no precipitation, and no winds. The maximum temperature for that day was 41 degrees Fahrenheit, and the minimum was 31.1 degrees Fahrenheit. As you can see on this graph, my highs were much higher than the National Weather Service reported, and my lows were actually a lot higher than their lows for that date. On Wednesday, the current temperature was 29.9 degrees Fahrenheit. It was partly cloudy with cirrus-type clouds. There was no precipitation, and the winds were calm. The maximum temperature was 44 degrees Fahrenheit, and the minimum was 29.1. I continued to see a trend where my data was warmer than that of the National Weather Service's. On Thursday, the current temperature increased to 33.9 degrees. It was mostly cloudy with altostratus-type clouds. There was no precipitation, and it was calm. The maximum temperature that day was 52.8 degrees, and the minimum was 14.5. On this day I saw that the lows dipped much closer to what the National Weather Service said, while my highs were still significantly higher. Friday was our warmest day of the week. The current temperature was 40.5 degrees. It was cloudy with nimbostratus-type clouds. There was still no precipitation, and it was calm. The maximum temperature was 57.6 degrees, and the minimum was 24.7. On Saturday, we cooled off again. The current temperature was 37.1 degrees. There were clear skies and no precipitation. The winds were calm. The maximum temperature was 52 degrees, and the minimum was 30.2 degrees. As indicated by the graph, our coldest day was on Thursday, and our warmest day on Friday. Overall, there was a warming trend until we hit the weekend, and then it started to cool off. My pressure readings for the week were very stable, starting at 1,002 millibars on Tuesday, decreasing to 999 millibars on Wednesday, and staying there through Saturday. The National Weather Service, however, indicated much more variable pressure. They do follow the same trend that I have, which started out at the higher pressures and then decreasing throughout the week. On Tuesday, we saw two low-pressure systems, one here in the Aleutians and here in the Bay, and one high-pressure system here in Siberia. Additionally, there is a warm front here and an occlusion here, although none of these affected my area directly. Wednesday, we still had two low-pressure systems, one in the Aleutians and one in the Bay. However, the Bay Area one did move closer to the coastline, and the high-pressure system in Siberia did move further west. Additionally, the occlusion, following that low-pressure system, moved onto our coastline. Again, none of these systems directly affected the area that I'm observing from. On Thursday, you can see the low-pressure systems from the Aleutians have moved further east and are now part of an occlusion. The Bay Area low-pressure system has moved further to the west and has an alternating warm and cold front in that area. Another low-pressure system formed to the north, up on the northern coastline of Alaska. Additionally, this cold and warm alternating front here may have affected weather in my area at that time. On Friday, we saw the formation of a new low-pressure system here off the tip of the Aleutians, including an occluded warm and cold weather front here And then a low pressure system here, that was formerly our Aleutian Islands low pressure system, has moved very far west and is paired with this occlusion here. You can see the warm front and the cold front combining to become the occlusion. Additionally, this low pressure front that came from the east has moved further west and is part of this alternating warm and cold pressure front sweeping across the state here. Additionally, this high pressure front has moved further east, coming back towards us. On Saturday, we saw our Bay Area low pressure system move further north, pulling this occlusion along with it. And off on the west, we can see a new low pressure here and here. And here's that warm front and cold front combining together to make this occlusion here. And then our other low pressure system here has moved further north and east. We're continuing to see alternating warm and cold fronts. There's also an additional low pressure system here. And our high pressure system in Siberia has moved further west and has gotten closer to our Alaskan coastline here by the land bridge. These images from Wednesday support my observation of a partly cloudy sky and no precipitation. Thank you for joining me for ATM 101 Weather and Climate of Alaska Unit 10 Second Week Observations. I'll see you next time.